It is summer, and a lot of folks taking those vacations. Katie, very important to have some driving tips and some, especially when you're out traveling.
Definitely. I can remember these driving tips well as a kid. The following segment, it is sponsored by McLain. Well, the last thing that you want on your summer road trip is to have a time-consuming problem. So the folks at McLain, they want to share some helpful tips with you, which can help keep you safe on that vacation and make it go smoothly. So we welcome this morning attorney Rachel Gusman. She's here to talk a little bit about how to keep yourself, your family, others on the road as well safe during those summer road trips. I remember these as a kid.
Yeah.
We used to do this all the time. This is something that families are doing. It's expensive to fly, so what do? You get in the car.
Katie, I mean, I think it's 100 million Americans are going to go out on the road with their families. Not only that, you're going to have kids going back to college. People are going to be packing for that and getting them off. So things that you need to be considered, especially for those kiddos headed off to college too, not only your road trips, is tire blowouts.
Yeah.
The hot temperatures that you were talking about earlier can cause the air in tires to expand so quickly, make them uneven, and a blowout can occur just like that.
And you see this all the time on the side of the road. You see pieces of tires
exactly,
all over the place
especially with like your semi-tractor trailers too that have multiple tires that they're trying to maintain all throughout these heat waves that we're experiencing.
Yeah.
So to help keep your family safe and others on the road safe, some things to consider and think about is check your tire pressure consistently. Look for any wear or tear or uneven bulges and replace those tires, and keep a spare in the back. Just so when something unexpected like that happens, you're prepared.
Absolutely.
Other things to consider and look for is overheating of engines. Check your fuel levels and all of that constantly. Get your oil changed, make sure your air conditioner's operating properly before you head out on the road.
Yeah, and this is something that, especially in this heat, can happen really easily.
Easily. And if you do have an engine overheat, you know, there would be fires or a breakdown, or you're stranded for long periods of time with kiddos on the side of the road during hot times.
And being stuck on the side of the road when it's 105 outside, even hotter in the car with no AC going, that can be dangerous in its own right.
Exactly. And things to consider if you are in one of those situations is get kids out of the car. Don't leave kids in the car, even if you don't have a breakdown. We've got to remember our kiddos. I know we talk about this every summer, not to leave them in the car, because just a few minutes, the heat can rise so exponentially in a car. So your kiddos, you got to watch out for them.
It's extremely dangerous. And construction season, we're kind of in that. It's summer, you know, you can't do a lot of work on the roads during the winter, so it's summertime that they get out and get stuff done.
Every commuter's worst time.
Absolutely.
It is. You know, think about your morning commute or your evening commute and think about where those areas you're likely to encounter of them. Look for an alternative route. It's going to save you time, avoid the traffic jams. Also, come to a slow down. 10 to 15 miles before the speed limit is going to keep everyone safe, the construction workers, everyone around you. Also, think about early morning, leaving a little bit earlier. Trying to avoid the higher traffic times.
You get that backup, you're late to where you're going. It's no fun. And it's very expensive. If you end up hitting a construction worker,
fines can double or triple. Yeah, it is not. Those are the most important times to slow down. Also, merge early. Don't be one of those ones that speed up all the way and then try to get in. That's when we see some of the most accidents happen. Is be cautious and courteous and merge early.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
We so appreciate it, Rachel. We enjoyed having you here. Some very helpful tips, very useful tips. We're all in the car this time of year, so again, put those to use. And again, you can remember McLain. They're located at 4137 South Harvard Avenue. If you have any questions for them, you can always call their office. It's 918-359-6600. Visit their website as well, GraceMcLain.com. They've got a bit more info on their Facebook page.